Hey, Kevin here with another Flippin' Dork Flips and Finds video where I show you different items I pick up really cheap at like thrift stores and garage sales, and I sell them for more money online, either with a big audience on eBay or for bigger items I don't want to ship, or like furniture and things like that. I'll do it locally on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. So last week, if you saw the previous video, you know that I had a really slow week, and I was a little bit bummed out just because it was the worst performing week I've had so far since I started. But then, this morning, I wake up and I had some really good sales, so let me show you. Okay, so the first one here is this puzzle. It's made by Milton Bradley and Rebbit, W-R-E-B-B-I-T. It's the Puzz 3D. It's like a three-dimensional foam building puzzle, and it's about 19 inches tall when it's built. This is of the Citigroup Center. It comes with a bonus flat iron building puzzle as well. I found this at a rummage sale a little over a week ago. There was 3 of them. They were all brand new sealed, and they were marked at $8, okay? But I bought all 3 of them plus some other stuff, and I did a bundle deal, and I was able to knock these down to $6 each. It's still higher than thrift store price, but it was worth it because of what these were selling for on the completed listings on eBay. So when I looked them up, the box looked different, but it was the exact same puzzle, okay? And they were selling for like $40, $45. There was even one that was almost $70. So I was trying to figure out why they were worth so much money. I think it's because they're not made anymore, but I was a little bit spooked on it because the box did look different. It did not say Milton Bradley. It did not say Puzz 3D. It did say, like this one has Rebbit on the back. It had Rebbit right here really big, and then the box was narrower and taller. So it looked different, but it was the same puzzle. So I decided to go ahead and risk it. Okay, so I paid $18 for 3 of them. And anyway, I went ahead and listed it right about where everyone had them at $44.95 plus shipping. Okay, and it only took about a week, and someone bought it. So there is a market for them. Okay, so they paid $9.85 shipping. So in total, that was $54.80 they paid for this. So I am not only did it pay for the ones I bought, but it paid for all the other stuff I bought that day, and I still had profit just off this one sale. So that was really good. Okay. Now, the other thing that I'm a little iffy about is I was going to send it in this priority box that you can get for free at the post office. It's a pretty good fit. It's pretty close, but it's a little bit thick, and I'm going back and forth on this, see how it bulges. That means that the corners are touching here, and I'd hate to see how this ends up by the time it gets to the person's house. I'd hate for it to be all like dented up and smashed, because I don't know if they're buying it to build it or if they're just going to collect it because it's sealed. So I might need to go ahead and cut down my own box and send it nicer, since they spent so much money on it. But anyway, I thought that was really cool. So these sealed puzzles like this are definitely worth looking into. Okay, the next sale was not such a good buy, but it was cool that it actually sold because I was a little worried about it. So I found this last year at Goodwill. It was $4. And now that I think about it, that was way too much for this. But it was one of those I couldn't resist. I got suckered into buying it just because I thought it was so cool. So when I bought it, I didn't even look it up. I was thinking, I'm going to keep that for a while and then maybe I'll flip it. That's got to be worth some money. So I just went ahead and bought it. I've had it for a while, and then I decided, I should probably go ahead and sell it. I don't really need to stick around. I got too much stuff anyway. So I looked them up, and I was a little bit bummed out. They were only worth about $8.99, $9.99, plus a little bit of shipping. So I was like, I paid $4 after fees and all that. I'm probably going to make $3 or $4 on it. That's no good. So I decided to go ahead and list it locally for $10. I've had it up for a long time. I put it on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, it was on OfferUp, it was on Let Go, and no interest whatsoever. So a couple of days ago, I was like, okay, I definitely want to go ahead and sell it. Let me just throw it on eBay. Maybe someone will want it. I can get my money back and just be done with it and whatever. And I looked them up, and I was surprised that some of them were going for a little bit more money than I thought. They were listed at like $13.99, $14.99, $16.99 with free shipping. So it's still really only going to be worth about $10 or so. And I decided to list mine at $16.99, kind of on the higher end. The main issue is it does not even have the thermos. Okay, it's in good condition, just doesn't have the thermos. It'd be worth a lot more money if it did. But anyway, I was surprised. It only took a few days and someone bought it. So I'll be able to ship it out, and when it's all said and done, it really is worth about $9 or $10. So I'll at least double my money on it. So I thought that was pretty good. The third sale here was a really interesting find, but I got worried about it lately because it's starting to warm up, and I didn't think it was going to sell, and I was going to have to hold on till next like fall or winter. And it's this right here. This is a Sears Fieldmaster leather Sherpa lined kind of field jacket, and it was in really great shape at Goodwill, and it was only 10 bucks. Okay, so when I saw $10 on it in the good condition, I decided to look it up. A lot of times you find these jackets and they have like some grease stains on them, or there's maybe some paint down here, or it's kind of shredded or whatever, but this one was in good condition. There are a few spots on it throughout, and you can tell it's definitely old, like the Sherpa lining, lamb's wool, or whatever this stuff is up here. It's a little dingy looking, sort of. And also the ends of the sleeves are a little bit dark colored from, like, you know, oils on your skin or just rubbing on stuff. But for the most part, it's in good shape. A lot nicer than most of them, I find. And anyway, it's only 10 bucks. I looked it up and I was really surprised at what these were going for. They were going for like $100 to maybe $125. So, and that was with free shipping. So I decided to list it on the high end at $124.95 and just let it sit and see what happens. And it's been up for a few months, and like I said, I'm starting to get worried because now spring is starting to pop up and it's getting warmer. But someone last night did give me an offer for $100 on it. So I thought about it. I was like, do I want to counter, or do I just want to get out of it, get really good money in return, and just be done with it? So I decided to go ahead and just take their offer instead of possibly losing out on the deal. So it sold for $100. It's a little heavy. It'll probably be, I don't know, $17 a ship or something like that, because it's going all the way to California. But I am totally fine with it. That is still a really, really good profit. So I might have lost out on like 20 bucks or so, but I don't care. I can be done with it, get my money back faster, and move on to other stuff. So the only issue is that the person has not completed the transaction yet. They have not bought it, so I can't send it out today. Or they haven't paid for it, I should say. So hopefully I'll be able to send it out tomorrow and they don't flake out on a deal, because that'd be really nice. That's a really good return. So that's kind of one of the things I've been doing this year. Like, this was a terrible buy last year. I'm going to make like $4 or $5 on it. I'm trying to avoid sales like that and move on to things like this. It's really easy. It's lightweight, really easy to put in a box, and I'm going to make, you know, $40 on it profit. Or this jacket right here, when it's all said and done, I'm probably going to make $60 or $70 profit on it. I'm trying to find more items like that, because you can sell a lot less, spend less time on it, and still make really good money, as compared to working all day long trying to make these little $4 sales happen. So anyway, that's the sales for today so far. If any more happen today or in the next couple of days, I'll make sure to drop them in this video. All right, it's the next day, and I had some weird things happen on eBay, so let me show you the really good news first. Okay, so I mentioned this sold yesterday, but it was not paid for yet, so I couldn't ship it out. They finally paid for it today, and now I can go ahead and box it up and send it out. So they paid the full $100. I was asking $125. I probably could have got more money out of it, but it's warming up. It's going to be a lot harder to sell coats. This is a very, you know, kind of niche-y, very specific type coat that not everyone wants. So when someone offered me $100, which I was okay with, I decided to go ahead and take it and just get out from under it. I only paid $10 after shipping and fees and all that kind of stuff. I'm still going to make really good money off of it, so I am totally fine with that. Okay. On the other hand, today I had an offer on these that I countered, and I have not heard back yet, so I might have killed the sale, so we'll see. Okay, so these are brand new boots. They're Under Armour kind of military / hiking boots. Bought them brand new at Ross. I showed them in a video previously. I bought 3 pairs, a size 10, 11, and 12s. And they were, with tax, just under $61 each. And when I looked them up at the store, I was really surprised. They were going between like $125 to $180, somewhere around there. On average, they were selling for about $130 to maybe $150, somewhere around there, about $140-ish. So I figured if I could go a little higher than that, put a best offer, and then it would probably land in that area, I'd be okay with it. Okay, so I put them at $154.95 on all 3 pairs. Size 11s were the most popular. Lots and lots of viewers, and there was 8 watchers on them so far. And someone gave me an offer last night that actually went through. I've had others that are $60, $70, $120, things like that. They were all auto declined. But last night one went through at $140. I probably should have taken it, but I decided to counter. I might have countered too low, which might have been a bad deal. I only countered at $145. But the reason I decided to counter, not just take it, is because there were so many watchers that I think they will definitely sell. There's a lot of interest in them. So I want to max out as much money as I can on it. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll get back with me, but I've seen other deals where you counter back and the people just absolutely, I guess they don't like that at all, so they don't get back. There's been other deals where it's kind of fun. I go back and forth, and we're like eventually get down to like 50 cents, and it just seems like fun. And at the end, they said you were fun to haggle with or whatever. So I've had a few deals like that too. So It's kind of the cool part about doing best offers on eBay. The bad part though is you have to deal with a lot of them. That's why I always put a set minimum at what I'd be happy with, and I don't have to mess with all the really low offers. Okay, one sale that did go through today, but then backed out, was the Lighthouse latch hook kit. It's boxed up over there. You wouldn't be able to see it. Maybe I'll throw a picture in here. Paid $3. It was brand new, sealed at Goodwill. I listed it for $29.95, just like everyone else that had them that sold. And it was not very long, maybe a week, week and a half, and someone bought it today right before I shot the video. So I got pumped. I was like, hey, I actually have something to show today that sold. Then they contacted me again and said, hey, the payment won't go through. Can you cancel this order? So I canceled it for them. I don't know if they're going to get back with me and try to buy it again. So it ended up being a flop so far. But that did have watchers. It had 3 watchers. So people are interested, and I think it will definitely sell. Okay, also, last night, I went to Goodwill real quick. I had to run to town. Anytime I'm near Goodwill, I like to run by there anyway just to see if they have anything. I've passed on a lot of things that I could get that will make me $5 here, $7 there. Some people like to do that. The reason I am not doing it anymore is I don't think it's worth my time or my effort to do all the bookkeeping. I'm learning my lesson right now. That's why I'm not doing a lot of thrifting and sales and all that. I'm trying to get all my bookkeeping in order to do taxes. I've never done taxes this late in the year, but man, it is a major headache. I am like learning it all as I go. So if you want to start reselling, I would definitely start keeping really good track of all your stuff. Get opinions from all kinds of people, how they do it. I just kind of jumped into it with a rough idea of how I was going to do it, and man, it wasn't enough. So it's a real headache to mess with right now. Anyway, when I was there, I did find a tie, which if you've seen a previous video, I just sold one. It was a Vineyard Vines tie. It was 50 cents at a yard sale. It sold for $29.95, so you can get good money out of ties if they're good. I like to look at them all the time. I've never found really good ones. This is the first one I found that seemed to be pretty legit. It's brand new, still has the tags. I think this has probably come from like one of those Christian bookstores, because this one is called, the brand is Eagle's Wings, and the model, or whatever you want to call it, is the Armor of God. That's what it says here on the tag. It had a barcode on there, so I scanned that with my eBay app, and one did sell for just under $23. It was like 23 something, or I mean 22 something. So I only paid $2 for it. I think I could charge that same amount plus a little shipping. Probably end up getting somewhere around 26, 27 when it's all said and done, because it still has this thing up here with the Eagle's Wing branding on there and the tag. So I think it's in nicer condition than the one that sold. Who knows, maybe I could even get $29.99 out of it or something like that. But these are super lightweight, really easy to ship. They're like $2.61 to send out. So if someone pays shipping, they'll pay like $3. Or if you want to do shipping yourself and you use eBay, it's like less than $3 to send out. So anyway, I think that'd be pretty good. I am trying to make sales that do like $30 and above, but on something really simple like this, it's really hard to pass up. So for about a $20 profit, I think it was worth it. So that was the sale so far today. Hopefully I'll get some more either tonight or tomorrow that I can throw in this video. But let me go ahead and get the jacket ready to send out. And now it's Thursday. I had a couple of sales, and I found something at Goodwill. I also did some garage selling today. There's actually garage sales on Thursday and some thrifting, but I got so much stuff that I'm going to put it in a different video. I think it'll make this video way too long. So here, I'll just show you what I found first. This was at Goodwill. It was $6, which was a little bit pricey, I think. I'd rather paid about $3 or $4 on it. This is a Remington wet to straight flat iron. It's the what's the model number? The S8000T. I've actually sold one of these before, and that one, again, I paid probably $3 or $4. Anyway, they go for about $35 with free shipping on eBay. Some of them go for about, $25, $30. So I'll list it somewhere between there and probably about $30 to $35. That's pretty cool. I'll definitely have to test it first, make sure it works. But if it does, it should sell well. Okay. The items that sold here, the first ones I'll just show you, it's pretty straightforward. It's a pair of Levi's jeans. I've been kind of testing out some jeans, and I haven't sold too many, but these are in nice shape. These are men's 541s. It's a size 32-32. I think these are like, they call it athletic fit. I think they have a little bit thicker thigh for like guys that work out and have more muscular legs. I bought 2 pair that day at Goodwill. They were $4.50 each. This is a lighter pair. I also have a darker pair. I had them listed at $27.95. I got a best offer of $25, so I will send those out. The second one here, I'll probably have to take it out so you can see what it is. Found this at a garage sale last fall. And it's kind of when I wasn't really looking stuff up. I was just buying things I thought were interesting. It was only 50 cents. So I gave it a try. And it's this right here, okay? It's a bowling shirt, bright yellow. But what I thought was cool was the graphic on the back, okay? Cruising. And then the S turns into, like I said, a headers with flame shooting out of it. So I think this is, it's Cruisin' USA, bowling shirt, brand new. The lady said that her son got it and never wore it. And I was thinking maybe it was like a bowling club, bowling team or something like that. But when I looked into it further, I believe it is like I think it might have been a bowling alley called Cruisin' Bowling or something like that. So it's more of like a, you know, really expensive novelty gift shirt you could buy there or something like that, I think. But I'm not positive. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of a cool graphic. And just to see something like that, this is the type of clothing that I will pick up just because it's so odd and interesting. So anyway, it was 50 cents. And it sold for $16.95. So I mean, not amazing, but it's not too bad. So anyway, that is the flips and finds of the week so far. Like I said, I did some garage sailing today, found a ton of stuff, and I'll just have to bring it in. I got to take records of it all. It's going to take a while, so I'll just throw that into a different video. I got to get these going because I have about 20 minutes to get them to the post office. So anyway, if you like these videos, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. It'd be really, really cool if you could do that. So thanks for checking it out.